Hey folks, this is Old School from WhatTheBuck.net, giving you a quick update. I got back out to camp today and saw the guys play. I had another camp visit the other day, this weekend actually, to see how things were going. And a couple of things you guys probably already know about because you read the news. A bunch of injuries hitting across the camp. We talked about this going to happen. It has happened. Winslow's banged up a little bit, but he's playing through it, rolled ankle. Antonio Bryant's probably the biggest one you've heard about. He actually had arthroscopic surgery on his knee this morning. He was back out at camp this afternoon on crutches. In theory, he should be rehabbing that this week. I talked to Mike Pepper from 1010. Some other folks know about this injury, so this is a pretty standard thing, the meniscus. He should be back in 3 weeks, so that's encouraging. He got that done now. He shouldn't have lingering effects throughout the season. A lot of the other injuries are starting to be a little bit troublesome, though, with Clayton out with a hamstring, Bryant out with a groin. Fane out with a groin, and Matt Bryant out now with a hamstring as well. This is going to cause a bit of a problem as we get into the season. Now, Derek Ward reported recently he's 100%, so there should be no lingering effects. Our running back core looks healthy. Our wide receiving core is devastated. Subsequently, Brian Clark and Maurice Stovall get the start as a result of the depth chart that was released recently. The depth chart had no surprises from my perspective. It's got McCown first, Leftwich second, Freeman third at the QB spot, Ernest is first on the halfback spot. No surprises in the wide receiver spots, etc. Everything was pretty much what we anticipated, but it's the first depth chart. So this thing will change many, many times throughout the preseason. A couple of notes I have seen through camp. You guys know I've been busting Leftwich a lot. I think he's incredibly slow. But apparently when it comes to game time, he speeds things up. I watched 2 practices now where he was the best quarterback on the field. I don't understand how, especially after watching him in camp for as long as I have. But he's getting the job done. Now today, I thought Luke did a good job. I thought Byron did a good job. To be honest, Josh Johnson did a good job. Josh Johnson got some 11 reps and looked damn good. Led the team all the way down the field for a touchdown. Showed accuracy, showed poise, showed quickness. I still think he's an incredible long shot, but I hate to see what happens to the kid. They closed the practice on Thursday night. It's going to be a walkthrough. The practice today was very much like a regular season practice with their install and game plan for the Titans. So it wasn't quite as much fun in general to be out there, but it was good to see the team. And like I said, there are a couple things to keep in mind. Receivers are going to be on the hot spot here. Can Stroder or Jackson deliver in game time? Can Stovall step up? Who's going to step up in there and help us figure out who those last 3 or 4 receivers are going to be behind Clayton and Bryant? Which quarterback is going to step up under the lights? Is Luke going to take the spot? Is Leftwich going to be able to raise his game? We don't really know. Coach Morris alluded to the fact that Josh Freeman isn't out of this yet. I think he's completely high. Freeman has looked absolutely horrible most of the time in camp, and horrible as a draft pick, right? He's a young guy. He's going to learn it. But he's underthrowing easy routes. He's having trouble with reads, and he's fixating on a receiver. All things you expect out of a rookie, none of the things you'd expect out of a starting quarterback. And that's not a problem with him. We've got to get him coached, and that's what we should do. But for Coach Morris to keep putting that out in the news, I think is kind of crap. Other people to watch. Hovan's been playing great. Jimmy Wilkerson's been playing great. Roy Miller has been getting a lot of good press. He's been having some good practices. The D-line is starting to come together a little bit. We'll get to see what that looks like against other offensive lines. Linebackers look better today. Quincy Black looked good. Barrett Ruud looked good. Flip's looking better. So that's starting to come together as well. The secondary is starting to scare me a little. They're still giving up, because of the aggressive nature of this defense, they're still giving up those big plays, and they're giving them up in practice. So this could be something scary to watch, to be honest, for Bucs fans. But we won't know until we see them out there. So this week we got the Titans. We got a game coming up. It should be a lot of fun. I will not be able to get back out to camp, I don't think, between now and then. We will have a show Thursday night at 7 o'clock at WhatTheBuck.net. And the new webpage is up, WhatTheBuck.net. I'm trying to blog at least once a day. Would love to get your comments on those blog articles, get some discussion going on over there, as well as rating this video and letting us know what you think in that regard. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and if I get more information, I'll pop it out here as soon as possible.